Hello, Miss Maruka's ECE class. Welcome to our math video for today. So for math today, we are going to be talking about shapes and their names. So I know it's something that we've been working on already here at school, but it's always good to always do a little refresher, help our brains remember the things that we've worked on in school so we know them better. Okay, so although we've done some of this stuff before, it's always good to revisit and help our brains remember a little better. So today, we're going to talk about different shapes. And before we do our activity, I found this really cool book of shapes that we can find all around us. So it's not even shapes that I'm going to have here in the classroom. There's shapes that we can go outside and see, or maybe different shapes you can find in your house. So let's check this book out. And even look here on the cover. I see that this book is upside down. There we go. Whoops. But now I can see the shapes better and I can read the title of the book. This book is called Shapes, Shapes, Shapes. And it's by Tana Hoban. What shapes do you see on the cover of this already? I can tell you that I see some triangles. I also see a circle. I see a square. There's a square. I also see a lot of squares here on these checker shoes. A bunch of little squares. Look at all those white and black squares. So while we look at this book, I want you to remember the names of the shapes that I'm telling you and what they look like. So let's keep looking. Oh, and here on this page, it tells us all these different names of shapes that we'll find in the book. So we have an arc, we have circles, a heart, there's hexagons, there's ovals, there's diamonds, there's a rectangle, there's a square, there's stars, there's trapezoids, and triangles. So let's see if we can find some of these shapes in these pictures. Oh, I see a little boy playing with something. What shapes do you see with his boat? That's his boat. Looks like a sailboat. And I see some triangles. The sails of his boat are triangles. Do you have any toys that have triangles in them? Let's see. Oh, wow. Look at all the shapes in this picture. Let's take a second to look at it. Wow. Yeah, you're right, friends. I see circles. The pan is a circle. I see more circle. This is more of an oval. The egg is an oval. Then I see a rectangle. This pan is a rectangle. I also see the spoons are like circles. I see another rectangle, this little sugar cube. Oh, and I see a square and smaller circles. Different foods of different shapes. What are the shapes of the foods in your house? Oh, wow. Look at this big fire engine. What shapes do you see in the fire engine and in the house behind it? You're right, friends. I see circles for the tires of the fire truck. I see rectangles in some of the doors. I see squares in some of the doors. I see a lot of triangles up here in the ladder. I also see squares for windows. Wow! What kind of shapes do you see when you see a fire truck drive by? Oh, and now we're looking, it looks like a house and a car and a man riding a bicycle. What shapes do you see? I see circles for the tires and the wheels of the car and the bicycle. I see rectangles, long rectangles where the stairs are. I see squares and rectangles in the windows. Look at these squares. 1 square, 2 square, and another square over here. Oh, look how cool. I almost missed this one. What shape is this part of the roof? You got it, a triangle. Perfect. Let's keep looking at some pages. Oh, this one is a big bridge. What shapes do we see in that bridge? You're right. I see triangles here and even little bitty triangles way up here on the top of it. And then look, these wires are making big, long rectangle shapes. Wow. And then I see it's like they're the bottom of some tree trunks. And they are, what shape do you see there? You got it! A circle! Many circles. Let's see how many circles we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 circles. Oh, and we got tricked a little bit, friend. Even I did. Because these two, they're not quite circles, but they're semicircles. See? It's not all the way a circle. We use this shape to make the mouth of our jack-o'-lanterns during Halloween, the semicircle. So we have circles and semicircles. We have 2 semicircles and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full circles. All right, let's keep going. There's one shape I really want us to see. I've been so lucky to see so many. Oh, how interesting. What shapes do you see in the chairs? Yeah, circles. What about these shapes in the lights? Kind of like Christmas lights. You're right, it's a star. Let's see, there's one shape that I really want us to be able to take a look at. Oh, and friends, just to show you how shapes are everywhere, look at this girl's hair clips. There are a bunch of different shapes. And then even in this lunchbox, I see ovals and hearts and stars. I see triangles. Oh, like our magnet tiles, 2 triangles together sometimes can make a square. Let's see. I was really this is it. So this picture, it doesn't look like it, but it has a lot of shapes in it. I see a circle, big circle. This manhole is a circle. And in this circle, there's smaller shapes in it. So this shape, not the circle inside, but this shape that goes like this, that is called a hexagon. Hexagon. Ah. So friends, even after our project today, you can go around your house and find all sorts of different shapes. How many different shapes can you find in your house? I can tell just from looking around our classroom. I even see right behind me, there's big rectangles in our wall. I even see in our big whiteboard back there, a big rectangle. Look, I see little squares on our rug. The letters are in little squares. Yeah, so we gotta look around for shapes all around our house and where we live. Maybe even in your toys or when you go on a walk. Check to see how many shapes you can find. So, before you go and look for shapes in your house or where you live, we have an activity to do. So, first thing you're going to do is you're going to get the green sheet of paper in your packet and this shape page, which you probably recognize because we have done these shapes before in class. So grab these two papers. Then the first thing you're going to do, friends, is you are going to get your name. Sorry, everybody. It was a little further than I thought I had to reach. So you're going to get your name and any color you want. So you're going to get your name, and you're going to write your name on the top of your paper. I'm going to write Miss Maruka. Okay? Then, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to trace all of your shapes. You can do them the same color, you can do them different colors. It's up to you, okay? So, you're going to trace the lines just like we trace our names. You're going to follow the lines as carefully as you can. Trace, trace, trace. And while you're tracing them, you can even say their name. So this one is a hexagon I just traced. Hexagon, just like the last page in the book. This one is a square, like some of our windows and the squares in our carpet. This is a circle, just like balls are circles. And also our faces can be circles, or the circle we drew in our Pete the Cat. So while you're drawing, while you're tracing them, make sure that you know what the names are of each of your shapes. And they even have the name inside. So if someone at home helps remind you, that is good too. So this next shape I'm doing is a rectangle, kind of like our classroom door, rectangle. And then the last one I'm doing is kind of like a roof, and it is a triangle. So trace. And look, I want to make sure everybody's using their Pac-Man hold and that you're holding it close to the bottom, not up here. You're holding it down here, okay? Pac-Man hold. Remember, Pac-Man? You want to make your Pac-Man hold so you can eat your pencil or crayon or marker, whatever it is. Then, after you have traced them, then you can go back and color them in. So I'm coloring my triangle. Then I'm coloring my hexagon. Then I'm coloring my rectangle. And do your best, friends. You can make a pattern if you want to in these. You can make a special design. It is your shapes. You can do whatever you like, okay? Be creative. Then I'm going to color my square. And last, my coloring in my circle. A circle like a ball. Perfect. So now that I've colored in all my shapes, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my scissors. And make sure you have your Pac-Man hold with your scissors. So these fingers go on the bottom. This thumb goes in this top. And remember, we always cut with our thumb to the sun. The thumb stays on top. Okay? And we're going to be very careful because scissors are sharp. So you're going to cut your shapes out the best that you can and take your time. There's no rush, friends. This is for you to practice at home and to work with at home. Okay? So I got my triangle. And you're going to cut all your shapes out. You're going to cut all your shapes out of your paper. And remember, see how I'm keeping my thumb to the sun? I'm moving my scissors when I want to cut a different direction or way. And there we go. So I cut my hexagon out. So friends, when you are done cutting all your shapes out, the next thing you're going to do is get your green piece of paper. And we're going to do our piece of paper this way. This is called landscape, horizontal, and this is vertical. Vertical is like up and down. Horizontal is like side to side. So we're going to do it horizontal, okay? So the first thing we need to do, what do we need to do? What do we put on our work? You got it, your name. So I'm going to get my name again, and I'm going to write my name the best I can on the top of my paper. Miss Maruka. Okay, then I'm going to get whatever shape I want, whichever shape you want to do first. I'm going to get my shape and a glue stick, and I'm just going to put a little glue on the back. So see, just a little glue on the back of my shape, so then I can take it and put it on my green paper, my hexagon. And then I'm going to paste and glue all the rest of my shapes on there. And while you're doing it, I want you to say the names of the shapes, okay? So with your family, after you're done putting on your shapes on your paper, I want you to tell them the names of the shape and which shape is your favorite. Tricky question. Which shape is your favorite? Okay, and then when you're all done, I want you to send me a picture with your work, okay? All right, my friends. Also, one thing you can also think about is, what shape is your most favorite thing? Because shapes are all around us. And also you could think about what shapes are in your room, in your toys, in your house, out when you're out walking. Pay attention, because there's shapes everywhere. All right, my friends. So, since this is our last activity for the day, excuse me, I want to take a second and say goodbye, because when you're done with this, then you could be done with your work for today. Okay? All right, everybody. So let's go ahead and sing goodbye in English and Spanish. Here we go. Goodbye, 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 my friends. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. All right, one time in Spanish. Here we go. Adiós, adiós, adiós. Adiós, adiós, adiós. Adiós, amigos. Adiós, adiós, adiós. All right, my friends, thank you for joining me today through YouTube and through the computer. I look forward to seeing your hard work. When you're done with it, take a picture and send it to me. Your families have my number, and you can also call me if you have any questions or have any worries, or if you just want to talk to me, give me a call, okay? All right, my friends, so make sure when you're done with your activity that you send me a picture so I can see your work. All right, my friends, have a wonderful afternoon. Make safe choices. Be safe. And I'm thinking of you, and I will talk to you all soon. All right, my friends. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.